My dad was a well-known anthropologist. My dad had something like 15 books that he'd written, over 100 scholarly articles. He was part of the anthropology department at the university right across the street from my office. And he had more field work than the whole department of anthropologists there put together. And yet he was a follower of Jesus and a Bible translator. And those don't mix very well with a lot of the anthropological way of thinking. And so there were a lot of people that didn't like him. And yet he'd speak at the American Anthropological Association meetings all around this country every year, going to them and doing these symposiums, presenting papers. And there was one conference, I think it was 25 years ago or so, when there was a lot of talk about human rights of indigenous people around the world, and rightly so. So many indigenous people have been trampled upon. And so there was a lot, he was doing a symposium on human rights, but there was another symposium that he went to, and he spoke for just a few minutes. He got up to speak, and in his short message, this is what he said. He said, as we consider the cause of people around the world, people groups around the world, who are without rights, there is one people group that we must not forget. We must not forget the rights of the unborn, babies who have no rights, who are being aborted. Let's not forget that group of people. And he sat down. That was Saturday. I picked him up at the airport Sunday, and he told me about this. Tuesday morning, he had an email saying, you are no longer a part of our anthropology department here at the university. Why? Why? Of course, they couldn't say why. But the reason was that he opened his mouth and stood up for what was true.